Pilkington. This was previously an audio podcast, but now I'm doing more YouTube videos. The podcast was called, and it still is, Just Beautiful Experiences. So, as a travel advisor, I think these such experiences as travel and also food and music are things that bring us together and make us happier, better people, and make the world a better place. So I think Costa Rica, especially with the idea of pura vida and all of that, is a perfect place for beautiful experiences. So I have Jonathan Rojas. I guess that's how you say your name.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good. And he works for Enjoy Hotels or Enjoy. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Jonathan. Well, yes, my name is Jonathan Rojas. I'm the international sales manager for Enjoy Hotels, which is a privately owned company here in Costa Rica that manages different or specific portfolio of different properties here in the country, starting with the two autograph collection hotels that are established here in Costa Rica, such as El Mangroove and Punta Islita. The company also manages a couple other properties such as Villa Lapas, which is more of a 3-4 star property, and then Hilton Garden Inn, which is more of a corporate kind of property located right in front of Liberia International Airport. Additionally to that, I have approximately 15 years or 16 years already within the travel industry here in Costa Rica, and have worked with other different companies in hospitality here in Costa Rica, such as Four Seasons, Intercontinental, and Marriott International here, also based in Costa Rica. So really excited. And I would also like to thank you for the invitation, Jonathan, for this presentation. And of course, I'm very happy and excited to share with you more information about our properties and what a beautiful experience you can take out on both of our hotels, which mainly will speak today about El Mangroove and Punta Islita specifically.
Okay, good, great, thank you. So why don't you just go ahead and share your screen and so we can see all the beautiful pictures.
So again, we're part of Enjoy Hotels, and today we're talking about El Mangroove and Punta Islita, which are the two autograph collection hotels based here in country. And as you might be aware, Autograph Collection is a Marriott premium brand. So this will give us two different hotels on a very unique concept, both of them. Even though they're beach hotels, each of them are very unique and very different from the other. So you'll definitely have two different experiences that you can actually combine between each other. So this is the Costa Rica map that we have right here. Costa Rica features two international airports, one located at the metropolitan area of San Jose, which is the San Jose International Airport. And then we also have Liberia International Airport located all the way up north at the Pacific coast. El Mangroove is located only 20 minutes away from that airport, and Punta Islita is a little bit more south and a little bit more secluded than El Mangroove, and it's approximately 2.5-hour drive or only a 30-minute domestic flight from either of both airports. So talking about the new measures that we're trying to implement or that we have implemented, I will go over this very quick since we're merging both of the sanitary protocols, the ones sent directly from Marriott International and the ones that are established here in Costa Rica from the sanitary authorities. So we have merged both of them, and we have a very robust and strict sanitary protocols that will go from all the social distancing, the hand sanitizers on the high traffic areas, the cleaning technologies that we're using in our rooms and on different public areas, the social distancing on each of the restaurants that we have available as well, all the protective equipment that the staff is wearing during the entire day. And of course, the schedule for the different activities that we have, from our restaurant reservations to the daily adventure activities, towards also the spa activities that are subject to a schedule, so that way we can maintain the social distancing between our guests. So those are some of the details that were implemented. However, it's a very strict and very robust sanitary protocols that we're having. Of course, El Mangroove is the one that we're starting with right now, and El Mangroove, it's more of the feeling, the sensations that you have once you arrive at the property. Basically, what do you feel whenever you jump into the pool and do a couple of laps in the morning? If you just want to read a book in one of our guest room hammocks, or if you ride one of our bikes during the afternoon watching the sunset, or if you go into the ocean to do some paddle boarding or snorkeling right in front of the hotel, that's the essence of El Mangroove. What we want to provide our guests is that experience specifically. This is a closer look to the map from where we're located. And as I said before, the property is only 20 minutes away from Liberia International Airport, located right in front of Panama Beach, which is the most extensive beach out of the Gulf of Papagayo, and the Gulf of Papagayo itself, which is a very important lodging destination and touristic destination in Guanacaste, which is the province where we're located. We're also really close by a couple of quaint fishermen towns such as Hermosa and Coco, where the guests can actually venture out and explore and get to know more about the different culture in the area. And there's enough for more than 25 different restaurants and more of the essence of the area, of course. So we have a very privileged location in that sense. This is the view from the top. As you can see, there's a lot of green also. There's a lot of nature around and surrounding the property. And the ocean specifically, it's a very flat ocean. It's basically like a natural pool. So you go there, it's very safe for swimming, very safe for families at the same time. And as I said, it's the most extensive beach out of the Gulf of Papagayo, approximately 1.5 miles long, and features a chocolate colored sand. So it's not completely white, it's not completely dark, it's more in between. However, it's a very calm water and very interesting to practice water activities. The concept of the hotel itself, it's this contemporary bohemian chic hotel, very laid back, very casual, very sexy like. So it's a true boutique experience. We're featuring only 85 suites. It's an all-suite hotel with different spaces and different categories that we have available that will go from 485 square feet to almost 1,700 square feet. So there are large dynamic units at the same time, most of them overlooking the mangrove or the resort and gardens. However, it's a small stroll away to get to the ocean. The property is a completely flat hotel, and it's very accessible. There is no steep hills or stairs. You can basically walk the entire hotel within less than 5 minutes from end to end. So it's very walkable, it's very easy, very accessible. And of course, the experiences are what makes our property unique at the same time. Probably not the yoga, because the yoga thing, it's kind of difficult. I can barely stand up on my 2 feet, and doing this type of yoga on a paddleboard, it's going to be quite difficult. But still, the hotel features activities such as stand-up paddle night tour. So you can see the paddles that are actually lit from underneath with colored LED lights. So that's kind of a different activity that we have available, very interesting. And aside from that, we also have complimentary kayaks, we have complimentary bicycles, complimentary snorkeling gear, and we also feature this 2 28-footer boats that we have available, where we can do dozens of different activities, from a beach hopping tour around the bay to snorkeling trips, or even inshore and offshore fishing trips at the same time. So that will give us definitely a lot of different activities to do on property. Wow. One spa with 4 outdoor bungalows located right next to the mangrove. It's a perfect spot to relax after a very active day. And of course, our gastronomy, which is one of our highlights for sure. Farm and ocean to table concepts with a very sensorial gastronomy. We have Makoko restaurant with a contemporary international cuisine. This restaurant is more of a breakfast and dinner environment. And then Matiz, which is a little bit more casual, located right in front of the beach. As you can see, the floor is sand. So it's quite perfect to take off your sandals, put your feet in the sand, and order a couple of drinks while watching the sunset at the end of the day. So that's a little bit about El Mangroove. It's very laid back, as I said, very casual, but still it won't give away that high-end luxury service and amenities, of course, of a luxury property. Very close to the hotel and some other areas along the Guanacaste area. And the beach area, of course, will give you that dynamic to enjoy either a beach relaxation day or an adventure at one of the different options that we have available towards the daily activities that we have available. 1 spa, 2 restaurants with a unique gastronomy. So this will definitely give you that relaxing Costa Rican vacation that you're looking forward to.
Great. So I have a quick question before we go to the other one. It's not exactly all-inclusive, but you can purchase an all-inclusive plan. Is that right?
Exactly. We are an EP hotel, so we feature breakfast included rates. However, we also have an all-inclusive supplement or an all-inclusive plan that will give you access to whatever you like from both of our restaurant menus or the room service menu. You basically have breakfast, lunch, dinner included. You have all snacks in between meals that you like. You also have non-alcoholic beverages unlimited and a premium selection of alcoholic beverages where basically the 90% of the liquors are included. Additionally to that, you have access to the room service menu. You have a very flexible opportunity. You can actually choose this all-inclusive supplement for the entire stay or certain nights during your stay. So that way you can adapt to the client's or the guest needs in that sense. And of course, you will definitely enjoy the entire gastronomy experience that we have available for you.
Okay. And I was looking at it last night. It's reasonably priced.
Exactly. Rates actually will go from $100 to $180, and that will depend on the season. Right now, during our high season, which is from January all the way through Easter, we have rates of $150 per person per night on top of the room rate. So regular room rate right now, it's approximately $350 to $349. And you'll add on top of that $300 on double occupancy, and you'll have an all-inclusive experience on property per night. So it's quite accessible. And as I said, the range of rates with the all-inclusive plan will go from $100 during our green season to $150 high season, and then $180 during festive season mainly. That's basically the rates that we have also available.
Okay. So if someone doesn't do all-inclusive, are there other places off the property that are within walking distance, or how does that work?
Well, there are some other restaurants that we recommend. However, they're not walking distance. Basically, we can provide you with a transportation service that will surcharge approximately $30 per way. So if you want to go to Coco, which again, it's the closest town, and it will give you an offer of more than 25 restaurants, we can drive you all the way there. And when you're ready to go back, you just call us and we'll go and pick you up. And that way you can explore the area and get to have some other options of gastronomy around the hotel. There are some other restaurants that are located approximately 5 minutes away, but still with a transfer service.
Okay, excellent. Good to know. Yeah, you can go ahead. Whatever
Right.
is next.
Perfect. So we'll go ahead and check on Punta Islita specifically. This is a new addition to the portfolio of Enjoy Hotels. Approximately a year ago, we added this property. It's approximately 25 years already. So we're trying to do some changes to the hotel. We're trying to bring up again the gem that Punta Islita Hotel represents in Costa Rica, which is a little bit more secluded, very famous for its service, and the entire authentic experience of Guanacaste region. I don't know if you're aware or if you have been familiar with the concept of blue zones in the past, Jonathan. Yes, so blue zones, just to go over this real quick, are these locations around the world where they tend to have the majority of their population being centenarians, people living more than 100 years old. And that's based on different factors such as their gastronomy, their way of living, their family bonds, and also their daily activities. So they will have this out of average kind of life. So they tend to live more than 100 years old on average. And those concepts, we're trying to adapt that specifically to the property level and the experience of the blue zone. What do you eat? What are the activities that you can do on property? And all the different things that you can explore around the area and all the nature that this property represents. So that's part of the concept that we want to bring to Punta Islita now that we are managing this hotel. And this is how you get there. Directly from Liberia Airport, you can drive without any problem all the way through Samara or Nicoya Peninsula, which is all this region right over here. And it will take approximately 2.5-hour drive to get all the way down here. However, the best option would be to take a domestic flight that will take 30 minutes to get to the airstrip at Islita. And from there, we'll go and pick you up with our transportation, only 10 minutes away from the property. So it's very easy in that sense. Road conditions are quite perfect. probably you'll find some of them a little bit windy because of the terrain here in the country, but still on perfect conditions, totally paved roads. Approximately the only 3 miles before you get to the property are still gravel, but are on great perfect conditions in that sense.
Yeah.
This property, as I said, it's a little bit more secluded, and it has this special combination of jungle and beach. Located on a hillside, the property has amazing views of the Pacific Ocean, and all the rooms and units are distributed down the hill overlooking the Pacific. So you'll have definitely a partial ocean view to a full ocean view on any of the different units that we have available. Again, our location is Nicoya Peninsula, which is part of this world blue zones, which are approximately 5 to 6 blue zones currently. And it's a perfect destination for eco adventures, and basically will give you that essence of Costa Rican authenticity, of a traditional nature hacienda kind of style. It's would be the main concept of the hotel. We feature 56 suites and villas that will go from 200 square feet to 1,800 square feet. And this is how they look like right now. We're doing some renovation, hopefully by the second semester of this year. We're still not sure. We understand that COVID has impacted deeply the touristic industry all around the world, and we're not an exception. So we're just waiting on the green flag to communicate all of our partners and customers about the renovations that are coming for Punta Islita. I think I have some render pictures that I will share on what's the new concept of the hotel, but this is how it looks like right now. So as you can see, it's more of a rustic, traditional concept style of hacienda in Costa Rica. Still very comfortable. The different spaces that we'll have available are quite unique. We have standard rooms, deluxe rooms. We have junior suites that features whirlpools or plunge pools at the same time. And we also have our 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and even 4-bedroom villas that will accommodate a party of up to between 8 to 10 people approximately. So you can have that mixture of different options in terms of lodging. And also the good thing about this is that there are freestanding buildings. So you'll have the confidence that you'll be with your own family. You won't be sharing a lot of spaces with some other people since they're freestanding buildings. So that's always very important to mention nowadays with the COVID situation. You'll have your own unit specifically, either if it's a standard room or if it's a deluxe room, or of course the villas that we have available for all of our guests. Very eco-friendly all over. There's quite a lot of nature all around the property and different activities that we provide as well. We have horseback riding, we have zip lining on site, we have bird watching activities. We also have different hiking trails or monkey experiences that we have on property as well. And definitely the ocean adventures that are also a really important part of the things that you can do right there in front of the property. We have surfing, we have kayaking, and the nature activities, which are quite unique, which are turtle hatching and also humpback whale expeditions that actually takes place right in front of the property. So you don't have to take a transportation to go and see this unique experiences. This happens only between 10 to 15 minutes away from the hotel. So it's very easy access to this kind of activities. And of course, one of my favorites is the closeness to the local community and all the art and culture that you have access to as well. Punta Islita, it's very well known because of the community efforts that we have with the Islita town, which is only 5 minutes away from the hotel. Here, basically, you'll get in touch with the culture of that Nicoya or the Nicoyans, as we like to call them, which are this population of this blue zone. So you'll get to know definitely how they live. Basically, it's a small town where you have one church, one school, one soccer field, and you can go there, do some artworks, some arts and crafts. We also have included within the rate some activities that will take you to that experience of sharing the culture and sharing the different things that you can do, more of a or handcrafted kind of activities that we have available for all of our guests at the same time. And that will take you directly to that closeness with the local community as well. So in terms of culture, it's definitely one of our most important experiences. So that way you have the adventure, you have the nature, and you have the cultural experiences at the same time. One spot that we're also renovating, hopefully by the end of this year, more related into that blue zone activity, very kind of indigenous treatments that we're implementing in our spa. And we're also taking advantage of the outdoor spaces in order to have your treatments on the outdoor on a very peaceful environment and with a lot of this Zen experience and wellness experience that we're trying to bring to Punta Islita now lately. And of course, our traditional Costa Rica gourmet cuisine, which is definitely a highlight. It's more related into a kilometer zero kind of concept. And this is more related into getting your ingredients on surrounding areas. So that way it becomes more sustainable to get all the different products that will have directly on our menus on the local community at the same time. So we always involve the community in that sense in terms of the gastronomy at the same time. So it's an agro-marine cuisine, very sustainable at the same time. And we have two restaurants, Alma, which is located on the top of the property, giving you a 180 view of the entire Islita area. So you'll have the mountains on your sides and you have the ocean right up front. It's an amazing view that you'll have there. And then we have Aura, which is located on the club level, right in front of the beach area. It's a more seasonal creative cuisine, but still very traditional Costa Rican. And this is more of a family-oriented kind of area. You can see the pool, you have the beach cabanas that you can actually rent for the day and spend the day there drinking some cocktails from our mixologist. That is always related to this agro-marine cuisine and gastronomy experience.
Wow.
So talking about the renovation, this is a look of how things are going to be. And as I said, this is something that are still in pause and will probably take place on the second semester, still not 100% confirmed. But as you can see, it's definitely a little bit more upscale kind of feeling. Still very indigenous kind of decor, very related to the area of Nicoya Peninsula, which in the past was actually the area of Chorotega indigenous tribe in Costa Rica. So it's very traditional oriented, the concept and the decor that you can see, but that's a little bit of the new feeling that we're bringing to the hotel. And it's going to be definitely much more upscale and definitely will give you a more luxurious kind of feeling for sure around the environment of the property. So that's a little bit about Punta Islita. Again, it's a little bit more secluded than El Mangroove, but you can actually mix both of the hotels in that sense. One, it's a little bit more laid back, casual, and Punta Islita, it's all about the authenticity. It's all about what Costa Rica is like truly in all the senses, not only the location itself, but also the closeness to the culture, the closeness to the nature, the activities that you can do, the adventure activities, and of course, the gastronomy that we have available, which is very Costa Rican authentic experience with a lot of mixture also at the same time. So it will definitely blow your mind. And both properties, as I said, will mix quite perfectly in that sense. Even though they're beach hotels, but each one of them will actually give you a different experience and a different concept out of it. So I don't know if you have some questions about Punta Islita specifically.
Well, just the same question I asked about El Mangroove. How do meals? Is there an all-inclusive option there?
For Punta Islita, probably is. We're actually doing some changes to this option. We're focusing more into a meal plan kind of offer. But this is something that we're starting to work on right now. We used to have it, at least for the last year. However, we're trying to do some changes towards that at the same time. So that way you can definitely enjoy the options of our agro-marine cuisine that we have at Punta Islita. But of course, we'll share that with you as soon as we have established all the options available for this new meal plan that we're coming for the hotel.
Okay. So then do people typically stay on the property to have meals if they don't have a meal plan like that?
They do. Since the property is more secluded, the closest town would be Islita, but it's not of a gastronomy offer. For example, you can actually go to Samara, which is like the closest major town, but it will take you approximately 30 to 40 minutes to get there.
Okay.
So the options at the property, having both restaurants, will give you the opportunity to explore different things. And since we have already come up with a new menu, we definitely have different options for our guests. So average length of stay in Punta Islita would be approximately between 3 to 4 nights. Of course, this is something that will probably change within 2021 because of the traveling situation. But that's on a regular basis what our guests spend on property. And that, if we talk about the regular units, if we're talking about villas, they tend to spend a 6-7 night stay. So that way in villas, they can actually feel a little bit more comfortable and have some more space and more time to enjoy the area. So that will give you the opportunity also to explore different locations around Punta Islita as well.
Right. Okay. So I think I have two more questions.
Yeah.
If you do combine the two, how do you? What are the options for getting between the two places?
The options in terms of
Transportation.
we definitely can provide transportation from both hotels. This will feature a rate that will go between $180 to $220 approximately, depending if you take a shared transportation or a private transportation. But definitely we can arrange that between properties. And the whole idea is, it will take you approximately 2.5 hour drive directly between both hotels.
Okay.
But the idea is to do this the best way and the easiest way as possible. So we definitely recommend a private transportation, more related into the sanitary protocols that we're having.
Right.
So that way, I mean, it's not a long, but it's a very interesting trip from both hotels.
Sure.
You'll get to definitely know Guanacaste. If you drive from Mangroove to Punta Islita, you'll definitely see what Guanacaste is. You see all the sugarcane fields. You definitely go and see some different mountain ranges in Guanacaste, which are amazing. And of course, the sunsets around the area are really interesting at the same time. But yeah, talking about transportation wise, we can definitely arrange that for you for $220 rate for the transfer.
Great. Okay. Is there a boat option to go by water?
Not yet. Our boats will be able to take you. Not sure how long will this be of a ride in one of our boats. We still haven't established the option, but we can definitely work that out and send you more information related towards that.
Okay. Just curious.
Mhm.
And then, what are the requirements currently to enter Costa Rica?
The current entry requirements right now is the sanitary form that you fill out. It's basically a link that you'll receive directly from our government. You can actually do it prior to the arrival to the country or once you're in country. It's very easy. It's basically some information that you put on your health status and where you're coming from. And additionally to that is the travel insurance that you can actually purchase while on traveling or in transit directly to the country. So those are the only two entry requirements right now. No PCR test currently. So it's quite easy and people are getting more and more comfortable and confident of traveling into Costa Rica.
Great. Okay. So I should say that I'm planning a visit for early March and I am so excited. I was already excited, but now I'm more excited.
Absolutely, yes.
Because I've read at least two books about the Blue Zones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a major interest of mine. So I'm really excited to experience that.
Yeah, definitely. You'll definitely get an experience on that for Punta Islita. And of course, Mangroove will give you that casual barefoot luxury kind of experience.
Right.
And Punta Islita will definitely more into the blue zone, more zen kind of experience, and still you can mix it up with some adventure at the same time.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Well, I can't wait to be there, and I hope this will stir up some interest from other people to also visit you.
Absolutely. That's the whole idea behind this. And we can assist you with anything that you need to you and your clients. We're here for you. The whole idea behind this is to stick to each other and try to do the best as possible to have the confidence from customers and clients and guests coming to Costa Rica, knowing that we have a very safe environment all over, that the entire touristic industry in Costa Rica has established very strict sanitary protocols, and it's a COVID-free environment that you'll experience in many of our hotels in country. I'm not talking specifically about our hotels right now. I'm talking about the destination itself, because it's important to mention that Costa Rica, it's a very safe country to travel. And we're really excited to have clients coming in and flying again to Costa Rica and enjoying all the natures and all the opportunities that we have for a very beautiful experience here in Costa Rica.
Absolutely. Well, perfect. I think that's a good way to end.
Excellent.
I really appreciate your time, and I'll be in touch.
Thank you. Thank you for your invitation, Jonathan. Just let us know. We're here for you, and we'll be happy to welcome you this coming March.
All right, great. Thank you. See you soon.
Take care.
All right, bye.